Hello people, it's Blitz here. Welcome back to a new episode of Planet Coaster. It's part 10 of Wild West. So I'm starting a new coaster, and the plan is it's going to be side of a mountain, and I want to do what I didn't do with the station. The plan was to put the station inside the mountain, so I'm going to put the coaster starting position inside a mountain, and then it comes up the side of the cliff face, a bit like we've done on a train station. Not train station, the actual train track itself on the side of the cliff. And flying down into a loop, then goes round again, and what it does now, it dives down into the lake we made on the previous episode and comes back out through the lake, and then we do some sort of twist, and then maybe do another twist or some sort, and then it go around and circle back to the start. So I'm just sorting out this first part of the coaster on the terrain before we carry on. So I'm going to follow the theme, plenty of water. Try not to mess it up. We've got the first loop, which I'll probably put some sort of maybe water in there, I'm not quite sure yet. Or maybe smoke coming out, give them a bit of a scary look. As before, got to try and get as close as possible. And to the left, where the train track is, we have that's a waterfall running down into the main lake. I'm not maybe mind out about the back end when we're going to have the mountain where the coaster goes up, so make that into a large waterfall. By the way, I hope you all like my skull. I think I can't make a blueprint out of it, but that's life. So it's coming on, slowly but surely. All takes time at the end of the day. Okay, there's the two lakes. And you see where the coaster goes down into the bottom lake and comes back out again. And we'll have a load of water rushing down there. And loads of spiky things sticking out. Give you a bit of a shock. I'm going into some sort of nightmare. And don't forget to save your game. It's always wise to save your game. Otherwise, you know what happens. Steam goes mad, crashes, loses the blinking, your saves, and God knows what else. I'm sorry this was posted a bit late. I've been busy making a park, some blueprints on buildings and some rides I want in the park. And I thought, well, this time if I want to spend some effort making some buildings and some rides, I might as well make the blueprints out of them and post them. So you'll all see them up and running in the park soon, and then I will post the items. I think I've already posted the restaurant I made, but I've got a ride, Luna Autos, going through a garden. I will post it for about 3 or 4 days time. So now just trying to work out, I want to get a loop, but I've got to have it going back across the near the station, not going through the station. So I need to curve it round to the left. Now I want to do another wooden coaster, but the problem with wooden coasters, as we know, you need a big start and a long run. Put nice banks on them, but they do run out of speed at the end of the day. So I decided to do this hybrid. Now I'm thinking about removing the supports off here because they're metal and going around doing a whole wooden structure. But I don't know if we end up running out of assets trying to do it. Might be fun. Just have to see as time goes on and see what I can come up with. So that's what I ended up with. Basically, comes round, goes into the loop, flies up the hill, comes around the corner, and it goes down in a nice round circle back to the start. When I tested it, I had 2 green faces. I thought, oh, that's just sod it off. I've got to get a third green face, surely. I was looking at the track and I thought, okay, why's the excitement rate dropping off? And it was dropping off right up to the end. Well, I put a second train car in. It obviously slows the train down, and at the rating where it got slowed down so much affected the excitement rating. He says, okay, now your train's too slow, you're boring. I thought, how the hell am I going to get around this one? And I spent 2 hours, I ain't joking, 2 hours trying to figure out how to get that red face gone into a green one. I thought, come on, we've got to do 3 green faces. And in the end I thought, I must have deleted the part of the track a dozen times. Over and over again. And I basically cut the end off. And I moved the second car blocks right up to the station, the other side, because they were around the other side of the curve, and then when it went, the train just rolled in to position back to the station, and that, I don't know what you want to call it, 25 yards, 50 yards of the track was enough to say, no, you're staying in the red. I thought, okay, if I move that around the other side, and which I did, and it come out green. I thought, fantastic, at last, 3 faces. Made my day, that did. Especially after 2 hours trying to figure it out. Because to make it worse, every time I tried to do it originally, it kept coming out, go over a straight track, go over a straight track. So I completely changed the curve to get it, just to get that straight bit right at the end. Just to get that stop there. So if you have a problem, I want to do the same thing, stick the goddamn second car right at the back of the station so it don't slow your train down, and problem solved. So I moved on to the station of the coaster, and I thought to myself, okay, the plan was originally to have the railway station inside the mountain, and I'll sort of change my mind on that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one in the mountain, and I'm not going to put the coaster going through the mountain, I really want it on the edge. Now, I'm not quite sure to do it as I've done with the train station, the train track going in through a cliff face. I might do that, or I might put a lot of wooden battens up and like a wooden cover, like you see in some of these wooden coasters where it's going through certain cover points or certain bridge points, just to stay with the western theme, because obviously it's not a western sort of wooden coaster, so we've got to try and blend it into a western themey thing. So now I'm just trying to go around, trying to figure out what to do with the coaster. Come on, something different. Use some of the metal parts as well. Just trying to come up with something we ain't done before. The next coaster I'll make that as a blueprint as well. I thought, well, I'll just look at it this way. I thought, as I was making this stuff, I thought, okay, if I want to make something, I might as well make it really make a ride that everyone else can use. Right, the only thing bad about it is to a certain degree that you can't bend the terrain around certain items once you put them in. But I know, but it's just to see how it goes. We're just making the floor here, just like the normal stuff. Do like 3 or 4 wide and grab the whole lot and just copy paste, and get like 8 and then you just copy paste the whole lot. Make life easy for yourself. It's all good fun. I wish they set it out though where, I think I've said before, you can do it to all the items. It shouldn't have to be in build mode. Should have some sort of like option. Attach, build, rotate, do what you want. Even on the floor pieces, it'd be nice if I could actually rotate the floor pieces and the wall pieces into a different position. Because obviously with the wall pieces, they're fixed, and it's like sometimes I thought, oh, my floor's too short. I want to move it a bit left or a bit right or back or forward, and it can't be done. Especially if you use like concrete floors, the concrete squares, they're fixed sizes, and just go where the blue grid is. Or even better, have allow us to have, well, okay, a full square, half square, quarter of a square. But then we can do other stuff. So I mean, in theory, you could say this is a 4-piece, but it don't always work. No, okay, this is actually classed as a 4-piece, and the other stuff is usually classed as a, it's the other way around, a roof piece. And if you're like me, well, sometimes you use a roof piece as a floor, or a floor piece as a roof. That's what mood I'm in. I did see a ride posted the other day. I've got no idea how it's done. I have to ask the author, but I'm not sure if he'll tell me. I've seen it posted a couple of times where collision mode seems to have been turned off, where they're adding items around certain rides. It's like, well, hold on a minute. The actual ride itself is actually flying through the item you just made. It's like they're putting shelters around certain rides where it go around a circle and making the ride look like it's actually going around the building they made. Which looks great, but it's like, well, how do you manage to do that? Because you can't turn collision mode off. Well, unless they've added it somewhere I've not seen. I just can't work out how he's done it. I'd certainly like to know. If anyone knows, you can let me know on the forums, please, because I've got no idea how it's done. Okay, let's move on to the next bit. So it's looking a bit like that, a bit like a cheese wedge. I did find, I've never come across this before. Obviously, when you attach any item to a construction in the builder mode with the blue grid around, it obviously automatically gets collision mode turned on. Even though you can see there I've got it on, just front it straight through the mountain. It's fine. And I thought, okay, no problem. The mountain roof's too low. I need to raise it up. And I thought, I don't know what, can't delete stuff. Can't move the mountain out of the way. Basically, even if you're pushing it out of the way, I can understand if it was getting closer to like where the ride is, saying you can't go here, you're gonna squash the ride. Even going the other way, pushing away from the ride. Well, once those items in position, you can't do anything. It's like, oh, I can't move the mountain out of the way in any way at all. So the only way out to get around it, you come back down inside and lower all these posts back down, push the roof up and put all the posts back in the right position, which ended up being a bit of a nightmare. Keep going backwards and forwards. So if anyone tries to build inside a cave, now it's alright. I think the reason I've not noticed it before is I've not actually built it on in build mode as such on the blue grid. I've only built it anywhere on the map. But it did come to a bit of a shock to me. I thought, oh blimey, what's going on here? I thought the game broke. So just remember, in the next, if you come to do it yourself, make sure basically you've got the seating correct height or anything really, the size or whatever you want to do, the correct spacing. Otherwise you end up deleting all the stuff you put inside or moving it out of the way before altering the roof or the size of the cave or whatever you want to build. So moving on, now I'm going around the loop piece. I thought, okay, what I'll do here, I'll do what I do on a train. I go around the cliff face and see from one side to the other, basically. And that's by the way, that's a blueprint. That's actually available to download if you want it, which I made many moons ago. But when I knew I was going to make this park. So yeah, so the old track to come around here, we put some explosives in here as well. Get some FX going. Some nice lights. And so I think the old train looked quite good going through the cliff face. And we'll do the same thing through here. So we'll about look through the whole, both sides of it. So just got some lighting, make life easy. Now we'll just get the old stones in, give it a bit of shape, better look. Again, just got to take time. A few stones in there, so it just have some sort of appearance. It's scary. Try and make it a little bit different. Rotation. You just got to work out where you want to put the rocks, how you want them to look. So basically this is a rundown of some fires going on here, like explosions as they come in. Make it a bit different at the end of the day. I also found when I was making this bit, it was quite dark. Even with the sun outside, so I stuck a few holes in the roof with some lighting. I'll put some rocks around the top so that looks so plain and boring at a later date. Now I know loads of people make videos in speed up mode, so they see you build everything from scratch. I mean I could do that, but when I watch them, they drive me nuts. I mean I just find them this crazy thing on screen being made a million miles an hour. Now, it's alright if you've got the camera stationary and you're building in a certain spot, it's not so bad. But when you're doing what I'm doing, flying around this side of the mountain, that side of the mountain, I think it becomes a bit of a nightmare. It's even a nightmare even in slow mode when you're moving the camera around 100 miles an hour. I certainly ain't going to make it that way. I think I just stay with the transitions. Cut here, cut there. I mean, if you want me to make them the other way, just let us know. But at the end of the day, I don't need to watch them. Other people got to watch them. So that's what we've just done. Bit of cave, go around the track, put the explosives in. We'll sort it in motion at the end. Go around the old coaster. Have a bit of run fun. So now I thought I'd do something different. I ain't done for a while. Thought, okay, I need some sort of accident. I thought I'd put a stick of train in. That looks like it's flying through the trees, come off the tracks, flying through the trees. I just got because of railways. So you look up, I'll push the trees over. Trains in the trunk. I look like a bit of smash, put some explosive on, and when the train goes round, I might do it on a roller coaster as well, but when the train goes around on the ride, we set up some triggers. And as the train gets closer, after the explosives go off, and it looked quite good. Unfortunately, we can't have it flying down into the water. That'd be nice if we could, but we can't do that. Not at this time. You know what Frontier will come up with in the future. I don't think I've done anything like this since I played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And that was a long time ago. I just thought I'd add some sort of scenery. And the normal stuff where I usually just put a load of cowboys around. Again, it'd be nice if we had there's no horses. I can't understand why we've got no horses in the game. Bit of a funny western, no cowboys on horses. It'd be nice if they were animated as well. Like you got the knights, we've got a knight who goes up and down a track. It'd be nice if we had I can have a lot of cowboys. Look like they're chasing the train, shooting at the train, but we can't do that. Might be able to come up with something else, I don't know. So I'm just trying to get the train track. I need to put some more stuff in there. Look like the bridge is broke as well. So as time goes on, we'll add a few more bits to it. The only bad thing about the train is like twice the size of the one we have the ride on, which is a bit of a peculiar thing. It's all fun at the end of the day. I think it looked quite good when you're on the old train. Bit of an explosion. Scare people. Why's the train broke? Why's that train crashed? Are we going to crash? And I also got to do holes in the ground now where the old coaster goes down. Got to get the water jets in. Put some rocks in. More things to do. Then just come to the other end. Look like all the trees are broken. Well, sort of. Got a track where it's coming through there. Just try and fill in the space, really. Have a quick run on the old train. So it goes. And it's going through the explosives. What sort of items to put in now? We've got to sort of time them rightly as a train comes around. So you can look over to the right. We'll get 3 or 4 explosions on here. Some steam coming out. I'm playing around with these triggers. What's a professional way of getting the triggers? If you don't know how they work, well, the way I've seen them, what you do, you click on the old track. Fortunately, I've got to go to the start and find the first one. Once you've got the first one in position, when you add more, it automatically comes up straight away where the other one is. But if you want to put any over here, you end up going backwards. But it does. I have noticed, for instance, I'm going to put 3 or 4 where the train wreck is. If I wanted to add one at the start, I thought, okay, where we go now? You can go backwards, and what it does, it recalculates where the start was. Say this was the start, and the other one will end up going downwards in number. So, for instance, 1 will end up coming 2 if I go before it. And like I say, 2 ends up coming 1. So if you carry on going round, it goes in sequence. But when you've got a big circuit like this, you've got to go and try and find it, as we've done. Then you've got to move it all the way around to the position you want. I ain't found a way to just grab it and just fly across the map. So when you finally get to the location you want it, you notice the highlight tool comes up in the bottom right corner, and then you just grab the items you want, like the explosions, your water splash, steam, or whatever you want to have go off. Even fireworks, if you want fireworks, then fireworks go off. And you just got to put them in the order you want. So in my case, if I got it right, in theory the train comes down, there's a big train splash of water, in turn there's an explosion, followed by another explosion. I think we've got 3 explosions and loads of steam coming out at the same time as one of the explosions. And it goes on, and then we'll watch it on the video. And yeah, to alter it, you just have to move the triggers slightly left or, well, back or forwards on the track, and hopefully we get it right, but we don't know, things always change. Okay, let's test it. Slightly out of sequence, plus I need a bigger explosion. Okay, changed it, had a bigger explosion. Now let's see it from the carriage. See what it looks like. Well, it's an improvement. Might come back to it again. We'll see a little bit later. Okay, back to the park. So we've got to do these holes in the ground where the coaster goes down. There's some water flying down, just hiding the jets. Well, a bit like it looked quite nice when we fly down at 100 miles an hour. Probably go too fast, mind you. Probably won't see nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Just looks good. Something different, flying down into a lake. For people, you can't make it a whirlpool. Flying down. But that's just the way the game is. We can't fly down into water. Doesn't allow us to. I mean, ideally, what we could do, we have a glass surround. Now, if obviously do a collision, we have some little glass surround. We can put glass trim around the track, and it flies down, and then you're in the middle of the lake. I suppose I could do that, but I think again, I'm speculating. But I think they know what people want. It's been asked so many times on the forums. I think all these ideas we're coming up with will be added to an expansion pack. And as I said in the last video, I think they've got this expo coming up in October. And they probably, well, they may announce some sort of update, which I'll take a big guess, and I reckon I'll be right, that it's going to be some sort of water ride. And if it's not water ride, the only other thing it can be, it'd be a haunted theme, or the zoo theme we had before. But I reckon it'll be water rides. I think more people want water rides than anything else. I could be wrong. They might come out saying completely different. I don't know. We'll wait and see if they actually bring anything out. That is. I suppose if I was doing a sci-fi theme, I could do that thing out of Star Wars, where you got the tangly things coming at you on the desert. The man-eating John was whatever it was called. Can't remember now. In the desert where they're fighting Jabba the Hutt. You fly down into its mouth. Maybe you're gonna. Okay, let's end. No, not quite. See what we've done, and we'll end on having a ride on the go coaster. So this is what we look like so far. I'm thinking about putting a load of fountains, well, not fountains, you know, the old water jets, coming up with like a display, and some lights flying up as well. So in the dark, maybe like green, blue, yellow, whatever. So it highlights the water display. But we'll get round to that in a while. I need to get some raw rides in at the back, because everyone comes up here from the train ride, or walk here. They come off the train, go to the coaster. I've got shops up here. To get people to go to the shops, I need some rides. They're going to pass, so they'll pass the shops. So I need to get some more rides up here. So I'll get 2 or 3 rides up here, and we see how it goes. I mean, in the meantime, it's not bad what we've done. Old Cowboy's now standing out. The waterfalls are more or less finished now. I'll probably tweak them here and now. Again, I've still got to work out if I want to put like on the coaster where it goes up the side of the cliff, like I've done with a train. I'm not sure when it'll be finished, mind you. And obviously this is the entrance to the coaster. Not looking bad. And there's a building and a blueprint and one of the rides we do some build work on in the next episode. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave you with a roller coaster ride and see you in the next part. That is all. Blitz out.